So first question of Fourier series, we had started Fourier series. Fourier series lies in between two intervals. Number one is from 0 to 2 pi and another is from minus pi to plus pi. So our first question is find Fourier series of the function. Find Fourier series of the function x minus x square in the interval minus pi to pi. Now see, whenever we have the interval minus pi to pi, not for the interval 0 to 2 pi, but whenever we have the interval minus pi to pi, we need to check whether the function fx is even or odd, right? As accordingly, if the function will be even or odd, then some values will directly be equal to 0. Now, how to check this even odd function? For that, we will replace x with minus x on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side of the given function. So right hand side will become minus x minus of minus x whole square. That means f of minus x is equal to minus x as it is. Now minus square will be plus, plus into this minus is again minus. That means minus of x square. So this is not again the same function. Let us we take minus common. So inside the bracket we are left with x plus x square, which is not equal to fx. That means f of minus x is not equal to minus of fx. Why? Because fx was x minus x square, but now we have got x plus x square. So this is not the given function fx. So that means this is the case where fx is neither even nor odd. So in this case, we have to find all the values a naught, an, bn in the interval minus pi to plus pi. That means we will not do twice of the limit. Rather, we will take the complete limit minus pi to plus pi. So let us start with our. What is the definition of even function? A function is said to be even if f of minus x equal to fx, and how a function will be odd if f of minus x is equal to minus of fx. Fx means same function which is given in the statement fx. But when we evaluate, when we replace x with minus x on both the sides, on right hand side we took minus common, and inside the bracket we are left with x plus x square. Now see, function was x minus x square. That means this is not fx. Fx was x minus x square. But in this step, fx is equal to x plus x square. Is it true? Is it true? No, because it will change the given function. So fx is not equal to x plus x square. Right? That means in this case, the given function is neither even nor odd. That means we have to evaluate completely by finding all the values of a naught, an and bn, and by taking the complete limit minus pi to plus pi. So we are going to start with a naught, and what is the result? 1 by pi. Otherwise what we did, we write down here as 2 by pi 0 to pi. But since the function is neither even nor odd, so we will take the complete limit without twice. So 1 by pi minus pi to pi fx dx. So this is equal to 1 by pi minus pi to pi. What was the value of fx in the given function? It is x minus x square dx. Now we have a result of integration. How to integrate x power n? This is given by x raised to power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So in our case, what we will get? The integration of x raised to power 1. According to that rule, n equal to 1. So it will become x square by 2. Similarly, x square will become x cube by 3. And limit is from minus pi to plus pi. Now let's substitute the limits. How? 1 by pi. Firstly, put x equal to upper limit pi in every term. So you will get pi square by 2 minus pi cube by 3. Now before putting lower limit, put 1 minus, then start bracket. Now put x equal to minus pi. So how we will write down it as minus pi whole square divided by 2 minus of minus pi whole cube divided by 3. Square bracket close. That means this is equal to 1 by pi. First term will remain same. Second term will remain same. In the third term, see, minus square is plus. Plus into this outer minus, that is minus. So minus pi square upon 2. One more time. minus cube is, we have minus cube, we have one this minus, and we have this outer minus. That means how many minus signs we have? 3, 4 and 5. So minus raised to the power 5 is negative. Minus once again. So the total term will be negative, which is minus pi cube by 3. I'm again repeating, how many minus signs are there? If even minus signs are there, it will become plus. If odd minus signs are there, it will become minus. Now see, minus cube is minus, 2 more minus, minus into plus is again minus. So adding all of them, what you will get? 1 by pi. Now pi square by 2 and pi square by 2 will be cancelled out, and second and fourth term is same. It will get twice. So minus 2 pi cube upon 3. That means the value of A naught is minus 2 by 3 pi square. Why? Because 1 pi will be cancelled out. So this is our required value of A naught. Now we need to find the value of an. For that, again let's write down the formula. 1 by pi minus pi to pi fx cos nx dx. Now see, 1 by pi minus pi to pi. What was fx? X minus x square. Make proper use of brackets. X minus x square into cos nx dx. Now we have to apply u into v. We have already done. Let me write down once again. Integration of u into v. How we will start? First term will be same. Then integration of v. Then alternate sign minus. Now neglecting this term. This is your current term. Derivative of, first derivative of u and integration. Please mute yourself, everyone. Integration of v. Then plus. Now neglecting this term also, this is your current term, derivative of again u and integration of again v. We will continue the process until we will get 0. Now see, underline u, this is u, and the second term is our v. So how we will start? Firstly, in the first step, we will write down u as it is. Make proper use of brackets. U same, because in the first term u remains same. But integration of v start in the first step itself. So integration of minus, cos nx is sin nx divided by n. Then alternate sign, this we have done. Then minus, now neglecting this term. This is our u and this is our v. Now come to u. Derivative of u is x ka derivative 1 minus derivative of x square is 2x. Then again bracket. Now integration of sine is minus cos. So it will become minus cos nx upon n square. Why? Because one n was already there. Right? We did this step. Then come to plus. Plus. Now neglecting this term also. This is our u and this second term is our v. Jab aapne u or v lena, don't include this sign. This is the sign of the formula. We will not include this sign. Rather, this is u, this is v. Now, what will be the derivative of 1 minus 2x? It will be close, square bracket close, minus pi to plus pi. Why? Because in the next step, derivative of minus 2 will lead to 0. Derivative of constant is always 0. Now, let's substitute our limits. How we will substitute our limits? That is equal to 1 by pi. Firstly, put x equal to pi everywhere in this complete big bracket. Firstly, put x equal to pi only. So, let us start. Pi minus pi square sine n pi upon n minus 1 minus 2 pi into minus cos n pi upon n square. Now you can merge negative signs. See, minus and minus plus, and this plus total is plus. So 2 sine n pi divided by n cube. So this complete gives you the value of upper limit. Now we have to put lower limit. For that, put one big negative sign and start a big curly bracket, right? Now put x equal to minus pi. Again, let us start from here. Minus pi, minus of minus pi whole square. First term, come over here. Sine of what? X equal to minus pi. So sine of minus n pi upon pi. Sorry, upon n. Then come to next term, minus as it is. 1 minus 2 into minus pi. And what next? Minus cos of minus n pi. I am again saying, see the use of brackets. Everywhere I have put bracket. If I have started some bracket, I have closed it also. Again, I have started some bracket, I have closed it also everywhere. Next step, minus minus is plus 2 as it is. Sine of, put x equal to minus pi. So sine of minus n pi upon n cube. Curly bracket close and square bracket close. This square bracket which was in the starting of the equation. Now let's come to all the values. 1 by pi square bracket. Now see, sine n pi is 0. I have already told you, sine n pi is 0. 0 into anything will be 0. First value 0. Done. Let's move to next value. Firstly, let's write down only the constant value. 1 minus 2y. Let's write down as it is. 1 minus 2 pi. What else? N square. N square. What is cos n pi? We have already done. Minus 1 power n. It is not cos 2 n pi. If it is cos 2 n pi, it will be plus 1 only. We have done that. Cos 2 n pi is always equal to plus 1. Why? Because 2 into n is always even. 2 into n is always even. That's why we can write down here as plus 1. But when there is no 2, there is only n pi. So what will be the value? Minus 1 raised to power n. So we have written the value, this one. Now come to signs. How many negatives are there? First, 1, 2. Only 2 negatives are there. So value will be positive. Plus, again, sine n pi 0. Third term will lead to 0. Done. Now let's come to next term. Since sine n pi is 0, we all know. Similarly, sine of minus n pi is also equal to 0. You can write down sine n pi is 0. Sine of minus n pi is also 0. Okay. Also, cos of minus n pi. Cos n pi is minus 1 power n. Cos of minus n pi is again same as minus 1 power n. It will remain same. Okay. So please remember these 4 values. Cos n, sine n pi 0. Sine of minus n pi 0. Cos of n pi minus 1 power n. Cos of minus n pi is again minus 1 power n. That means values remain same. So we were over here, first term 0, second term this one, third term is again 0. Let's come to fourth one, this one. See, we don't need to evaluate this term. Why? Because here we have in multiplication sign of minus n pi. And what is sign of minus n pi? It is 0. So this complete term will lead to 0. No need to evaluate this separately. Because 0 into anything will be 0. तो सबसे पहले हम क्या करते हैं? We check sign values of sine and cos. If sine is 0, complete will be 0. So complete will lead to 0. Done. Now let's come to this fifth value. This one. I have put in 1. This minus into this minus. पहले इस सारी bracket को solve कीजिए. It will become 1 plus 2 pi. What else? Cos of minus n pi. What is that? Minus 1 power n. Multiply by minus 1 power n divided by n square. Now see how many negative signs are there. 1 this, 2 this, and 3. 3 negatives are there. Please see again. 1, 2, 3. This will vanish. This will go into the formula. This will vanish itself. And this minus and this minus has already become plus. So we have total 3 negative signs. So it will become minus. Right? And what about the sixth term? There is again sign of minus n pi and which is equal to 0. So last term is also 0 and square bracket is closed over here. Okay? Now how we will evaluate the total value of an, and that value will become an is equal to, let us start, 1 by pi. This is first term and this is second term. That's it. Only two terms are there. Is there anything common? Yes. N square is common in the denominator and minus 1 raised to power n is common in the numerator. That means we can take common minus 1 raised to power n upon n square. And inside the bracket we are left with 1 minus 2 pi, 1 minus 2 pi. What else? Minus of 1 minus of 2 pi, because this minus will go inside, na? That's why minus 1 minus of 2 pi, right? 1 and 1 will be cancelled out and we will get 1 by pi minus 1 raised to power n upon n square and minus 2 pi minus 2 pi. It will become minus 4 pi. That means the value of an will be minus, this minus as it is, minus 1 raised to power n as it is. What else? 4 upon n square, because pi and pi will be cancelled out. So this is our value of an. Minus 4 minus 1 raised to the power n upon n square. So let's start with the value of bn. And what is the formula? 1 by pi minus pi to pi fx into sine nx dx. So what is fx? X minus x square sine nx. Let's start with integration by parts once again. U remains same. Integration of sine is minus cos minus derivative of u, and integration of minus cos is minus sine nx upon n square, and derivative of 1 minus 2x is minus 2, and derivative of, integration of minus sine is plus cos nx by n cube. Let's substitute the limits. 1 by pi. Firstly, let's come to the upper limit, which is pi. Replace every x with pi. So pi minus pi square minus cos n pi upon n. Next term, minus of 1 minus 2 pi minus sine n pi upon n square. Then plus into minus, minus 2 cos n pi upon n cube. So this is for the upper limit. Then minus curly bracket, lower limit is minus pi. Minus pi square. Minus square will become plus, plus into this minus will be minus. Multiply by minus cos of minus n pi upon n. You can make use of bracket if there is negative sign inside one bracket. Then next value, minus minus, this minus and this minus, let it be plus. Then 1 minus 2 into minus pi and sine of minus n pi upon n square. And what next? Minus 2 cos of minus n pi upon n cube. Curly bracket close, square bracket close. So we are left with 1 by pi. How many terms we are left with? This one, first one, with this negative sign. So minus of pi minus pi square, cos n pi is minus 1 raised to the power n divided by n. Second term will lead to 0. Come to this third term. Minus 2 upon n cube. Cos n pi is minus 1 raised to the power n. This one. Now this one more term will be there. Firstly, let's write down the coefficient, which is minus pi square. What else? Cos minus n pi minus 1 raised to the power n divided by n. Now see how many negative signs are there. 1, this we have written as it is, and this one 2. That means minus into minus will be plus. Right? Now this will lead to 0 again. Why? Because sign of minus n pi is 0. Next come to this last value, which is minus 2 minus 1 raised to the power n upon n cube. Okay, cos of minus n pi is minus 1 power n itself. Now let's come to final answer. The value of Bn is 1 by pi. The term which cancel out itself, x minus x square, that means we have, I think there is some doubt, minus pi square. Put x equal to minus pi and plus pi. Please wait a minute. 1 this minus which is outside the lower limit, and 1 this minus and this minus will lead to plus, right? So second and fourth term will be cancel out, and we are left only with two terms. These underlined terms, number 1 and number 3. Is there anything common? Yes, minus 1 power n is common, and n in the denominator is common. So let's take common minus 1 raised to power n upon n. Inside the bracket we are left with. Let's multiply this minus inside. So minus pi square. What else? Minus pi square. Minus pi minus of pi square. So 1 by pi minus 1 raised to the power n upon pi. This will become this is your negative sign. Minus pi square, and this total is negative. Now when this negative will go inside, it will lead to plus pi and plus pi square. So in this case, pi and pi will be cancelled out, and minus pi square so according to this value, negative and negative, minus and minus will become plus. We can take minus 1 power n common upon n common, and inside the bracket plus pi square and minus pi square will be cancelled out, and you will get the total value as minus 2 minus 1 raised to the power n upon n.